Hey you guys, a long time no see. I was really busy this month, but on top of that, I got a cold. And that sucks because having a cold during the summer sucks. And of course, it happens to me always. But then I couldn't really speak for a while because of my throat, and every time I would try to film this video when I thought I was feeling better, I would go into a coughing fit that was so freaking bad. It just, no, it wasn't worth it. So here we are, and hopefully this will be the last time and you guys are seeing this, and hopefully I will try to keep it short. Well, the first part anyway, because as you guys can see, this is the Heirloom Collection. If you guys know what that is, then you guys know I might have just given into an impulse, but I have the whole collections that are out to show you guys. So let's go ahead and get started. I have right here all the books that I've written down, and of course all the YouTubers that I mentioned will be linked down below, as well as my 2017 GoodReads Shelf, where I put all the books that I purchased throughout the year on. So all these books should be on there, because I don't think, yeah, all these books I bought I didn't get as a present or anything. So there we go. Let's go ahead and start. The first books that I got are from Audible, and the first one is Chasing the Moon by A. Lee Martinez. And this one follows this girl who's kind of like a woman who's down on her luck in her life, but she finds this awesome apartment for a great price. But there's an alien inside that apartment who destroys everything in this path. So of course that's a problem because she's in his path. But then they have to kind of team up against this other alien invasion that's going on. It sounds like really crazy and fantastical. So I'm really looking forward to this. And then the next book that I got is Greyhound by Stephen Piper, which follows a 12-year-old boy whose mother just goes through boyfriends like water, and either way, the latest bad boyfriend choice. She decides to pack him up and send him down to his grandmother's. He has never like taken a bus by himself, but he is put on a Greyhound bus. It's like $30 in cash and like a one-way trip ticket there, and that's it. So it's going to be interesting. And then I got through The Looking Glass by Lewis Carroll. I really love this edition, except for the fact that during the Knight's part, it was cut off with part of the Knight's song thing. So that was like really abrupt. I went and looked at a review, and one person had mentioned it. So sorry I didn't see that before, but but for like $1, it was okay. But I still loved it, and I gave it 4 stars despite that part of it. And then I got Anacini Boys by Neil Gaiman, and this is a beautiful edition that Allyn from YupIReadIt gave me for my birthday. I'm so excited to get the audiobook as well. And then I got Dandelion Wine by Ray Bradbury, which is the first book in a Green Town series. This is the second. I own this physical book. I got it from the library like for 25 cents like a long time ago, somewhere around here. So hopefully getting this audiobook will like spur me to read it faster. Either this one or Fahrenheit 451, which I know I also own and is somewhere around here. So one of those two I want to read first. And then I got Alice in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll, again by the same narrator, and I'll be sure to link down like the narrator I'm talking about down below. This one was only 49 cents, so I decided just to go ahead and get it so that in the future when I want to reread it, I can have this version because I want to hear what his voice reads it like. But I also have the one where Scarlett Johansson narrates it, and I really liked her. So at this point, just going through people whose voice I like on Audible, and that way I can see if I want to try some books that they have done that I haven't read. So we'll see. And then I have A Study in Scarlet Woman by the first in the Lady Sherlock series by Sherry Thompson. And at first I probably almost didn't end up getting this, but then I listened to the sample and it had me sold. So it follows this lady who lives in the Regency era, and she doesn't really like the fact how women are treated in here, and she kind of has disdain for those protocols and stuff. But then something happens, and her what's that called? ke-sha, come on. Her reputation is in tatters, and she's kind of on the fringes of society, and then people start getting murdered, and the suspicion falls on her sister and her father. So she comes up with the pseudonym Sherlock Holmes to kind of solve these cases. So I'm really looking forward to that. So then the next one are for my Kindle, and I got Anacini Boys again by Neil Gaiman. Yes, this is a different cover. of this book. I own like 4 different copies of this book now, so now I have to actually read it. I love American Gods, so I have high hopes for this. And then I got Change of Heart by Mary Calms. This is one of her paranormal series, so hopefully I love it as much as some of the other stuff that I read by her. And I got Simpry by J.M. Darhauer, Sister Sister by Sue Fortin. So if this is still on sale, I link it down below. It was only 99¢, and it follows these 2 sisters, twin sisters, and one is like crazy jealousy, another is trying to take over someone else's life, and one is telling the truth and one is lies. It's one of those like thriller books, so I'm really looking forward to that. And then I got Rack and Ruin, Rise and Fall, the 3rd and 4th book in the 3rd series by Shirley Cochet. And then I got Gardens of the Moon, the 1st book in the book of the Fallen series by Stephen Erkinson, which has been on my wish list for a long time, so I'm really looking forward to that. And then I got Boomerang by Heather Argo, which boomerang is a term for kids that live at home and then they move out and then they come back. So after her divorce, she moves back in with her parents, and then she meets like this guy who also, or maybe who just moved back as well, that she was kind of interested into, and they kind of start a relationship. And then I got Once Upon a Spell, which is the second like thing in this new fairy tales by K.R. Thompson and others, and one of the others is James Andrew Jr., who is NReluctant over here on YouTube, so I was really excited to pick this up. And then I got from eBay, I got The Lord of Flies by William Golding in this Penguin Drop Caps edition. So this is my second Penguin Drop Cap edition, because I also have The Shadow of the Wind, which I totally need to read. I keep forgetting. But they look so beautiful, and I didn't give in to Book Outlet when they have like a lot of the Penguin Drop Caps, even though I could have. You guys be proud of me. But then again, you shouldn't also be proud, because if they had been doing that $35 free shipping thing, then I probably would have gave in. But yeah, hopefully I'll read those really soon, before the end of the year. Well, Lord of the Flies, because it's one I've been looking forward to and I haven't read yet. And then I got I went to the Dollar Tree store, and Ashley from Ashley's Got Bookcitement didn't have Night Film, and I know she wanted it, and so I went back and picked this one up. Luckily they still had a copy, but then they still had 2 copies, so I just picked up the other one, and I'm just gonna give it away to somebody or on here. I don't know yet, so we'll see. And then I have got from the library for like 25¢, Sense and Sensibility by Jane Austen. This is going to come into play later on, but it matched my copy of Pride and Prejudice, so that is good. But this one has a movie cover, but this one also came with a ribbon, and this one didn't, so I don't know, but I wonder how the other ones look in this edition. Then I got from Thrift Books, I got The Republic of Thieves by Scott Lynch, which is the 3rd book in the Gentleman Bastard series. And I really need to start this series. Oh, ke-sha. But I did start the first few pages and I kind of liked it. And then I got Fairy Real Tales from the Twilight film, edited by Ellen Dottrell and Terry Weinling. And it came in the library edition, which I did not order it in, so I'm still looking for it in like a regular hardcover setting without all these random stickers. But this is another bind up of like fairy tales, and I've actually already read these. I have the paperback, but I wanted the hardcover, so we'll see how it goes. And then from Sue is the only one person I know who read this book. Sue from Sue's BookNook, and I'll link her down below. Is the Explorers Guild Volume 1 by Kevin Costner and illustrated by Rick Ross, and I guess it's also by John Baird. This one, I almost thought I should have gotten the paperback, but actually this one was like $4 or $5 on Thrift Books when I ordered it, so I was like, whatever. And they didn't have the paperback at the time, but when I took off the cover, it was so beautiful. You guys, that was just awesome. And it has a very complicated plot that I can't even explain, so you guys definitely need to go and check that out. And I'm really looking forward to it though. But beautiful. I was so excited. And then in another Thrift Books order, I got Jonas Cabal the Detective, which is the second book in a series where this guy sells his soul to the devil and makes like some deal. And then I got Tenderness by Robert Cormier. And I read this book and I loved it before. Well, I feel like there's a love-hate relationship because of how I feel about everything that happened. But so like I needed to get it again so I could read it. Although I still think that I do have a paperback copy around here somewhere, but it wasn't like in great condition. So totally got it in hardcover and it's justified. And then I got Cursor's Fury, which is the third book in the Codex Alera series. So I only need the second book. Hopefully I can find it in a good condition. And hardcover, but if not, I'll probably end up getting it paperback. It'll be okay. And then I got Magic Strikes by Alona Andrews, which is the third book in the Kate Daniel series, which is up here somewhere. Yeah, they're standing up in the middle of the other two series that I have. Actually, thinking about it, I actually want to do a video just talking about like how to get stickers off of this stuff. Didi over at Brown Girl Reading suggested I use the hair dryer, so I'm going to try that. And I know somebody once said to use what is it, what's that stuff, Germex and stuff. So if you guys have any suggestions, let me know. And then, but it isn't really that hard to get off thrift book stickers, but there's other stickers like this border sticker. Like, okay, if this is from Borders, it's been on there for quite a while. And then I got The Uncrowned King, which is book 2 in King Roland's Kin Chronicles. So hopefully I really like the first book because obviously I'm up here buying the sequel. And then I got Passengers by Alexandra Bracken, and when I got it, it was like early morning and I was still doing this, and I was like, oh my god, AV, I know what this means. This means that this was a signed copy. Obviously somebody didn't love it that much to keep it, but I'm really looking forward to it. Hopefully I like it enough to, like, you know, keep it. And when I took off the cover, I love this looks awesome, so hopefully I end up liking the book. And then after that, in my last thrift books order, I've had a thrift books problem this year. It's kind of reminded me of my book outlet problem, except the book out problem was worse. But I got The Black Prism by Brent Weeks and The Blinding Knife by Brent Weeks, and these are the first two in his Lightbringer series. Obviously I meant to order this in hardcover, and obviously I didn't get it in hardcover. Apparently I was wrong, so hopefully I'm on the lookout for hardcover of book 2. But in the meantime, I can start the series and read the second book right away if needs be, and hopefully I like it. And then I got the Darkly Dreaming Dexter by Jeff Lindsay. Love this book. I've read it and I love the show. And then I got The Gracekeepers by Kirsty Logan. Heard a lot about it. This follows this girl who is a gracekeeper. She administers shoreside burials, laying the dead to their final resting place deep in the depths of the ocean. And then there's just like this traveling carnival circus following this other guy's point of view, and then they kind of crash into each other, I guess. So I'm really interested to see how that goes. For some reason I always thought until I read the synopsis that it was a spooky ghost story. I don't know. I feel like I'm thinking of Burial something that everyone was talking about around the same time. So I'm not being like super creepy, but I need to get up close to the camera for this next part. So this is the Heirloom Collection part. For those of you who don't know, the Heirloom Collection is just like this collection of books that are kind of limited, I guess, because they started going out of print. So I had to decide really this last month if I wanted the other ones, because before I'd gotten the complete Sherlock Holmes one. Look, it's so beautiful and it's magnetic, and you open it and it's beautiful and it's so happy, and it comes like each one is done up like this. This one is bind ups of like 3 in them, but they also have these nice edges, and each of them have like this really good like ribbon. And this is volume 2. This is volume 3. And this is volume 4. And they all have like one book and some short stories. This is how it looks inside. And before, like, they have quotes and stuff from all of the books down below. and it was just like really intricately done. And I got it for my birthday one year. So I've been eyeing the other ones, and because the Jane Austen version one was going like kind of out of getting really crazy expensive, I decided if I really wanted them. So I decided, yes, to go ahead and get them, and I have no regrets. They look so beautiful. So let's start with this one, which is the heaviest one. It is the Jane Austen Collection. I'm gonna get closer so you guys can see this. Okay, there we go. Turn it around. That's the front. It is truth universally acknowledged that a single man in possession of a good fortune must be in want of a wife. But quotes from all the books right here. And then this is how it looks down below. And then this is how it looks on top. Okay, and then this one, they're all magnetic. You just open it up and turn it around, and there goes the books. So that makes me buying Sense and Sensibility earlier a little funny, especially since I did it after. But anyway, I got Sense and Sensibility. It looks like this. It all comes into a ribbon. And I got Emma, which is a big one. There's no charm equal to tenderness of the heart. And Pride and Prejudice, which is the only one I've read. You guys let me know which Pride and Prejudice edition movie that you like the best, because I love the one with Keira Knightley, but I do appreciate the one from the BBC as well with Colin Firth. Northanger Abbey. Mansfield Park, which I'm looking forward to. I remember seeing the adaptation, and I believe it was from the BBC of this one, so what? And then Persuasion and Lady Susan, which I recently just saw like the film adaptation of Lady Susan and enjoyed it, so I'm really looking forward to reading this one and seeing what it's all about. And I can definitely see why they didn't give it its own book, because at this point, like literally, this box set was already so big. But the thing is, it was so worth it, and I'm glad. I basically just paid $15 more than I would have if I hadn't just gone ahead with my original thing, which was buy one each month after I bought that one, and I didn't. It was just shameful of me. And then the next books that I got is the Adventure Collection. So this one is just a bind up of different books and authors. So if you guys can actually guess ahead of the time by these little previews from the side of the book, or more like this one, since like it doesn't actually tell you like who's it by, let me know if you can guess the book. Guess the book. Guess the book. What? Okay. So, like all the other ones, these ones are still on Amazon for a decent price, I believe. And if the person from eBay is still selling both of these, like the two I got at a decent price, I'll link it down below. The first one I got is Treasure Island by Robert Louis Stevenson. Love those blue covers. 15 Men on the Dead Man's Chest. Ho-ho, and a bottle of rum. The Jungle Book by Rupert Kipling. I'm really looking forward to this. I love the Jungle Book. And then Gulliver's Travels, which is so much bigger than I thought it was going to be, by Jonathan Swift. So I definitely am going to be doing some classic reading. White Fang by Jack London, which I totally thought I read this before. I think I did, but if I have, I totally have one of those mind things that has just been like so freaking long that I just have to read it. And then Merry Adventures of Robin Hood by Howard Pyle. So I'm really looking forward to this one as well. To the poor folk they would give a helping hand in need and trouble, and return to them that which had been unjustly taken from them. Oh my God, have you guys seen the BBC adaptation of Robin Hood? The first 2 seasons were awesome, and then they did that thing in the 3rd season where I'm like, did you even watch your own show? Just horrible. I need to rewatch that show though, because I did love like all the actors and everything. It was on point till that 3rd season. Then the last collection that I got is the Enchanted Collection. So we're just gonna take that away. It's like this. I'm guessing you guys can guess this one more. And then down here, I'm not sure how many of you guys can guess this one, but this one on top is very recognizable, right? Like, come on, you guys. You have to know what that one is from. So, of course, they open it up like this. And then, The first one is Alice's Adventures in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll, short. And at this point, I keep forgetting, I believe that all of these are mainly like, they have illustrations in them. So I'll let you guys know for sure once I get to reading all of them. But they should, and they all definitely have a ribbon. And then I got The Secret Garden by Frances Hodges and Burnett, which I really remember the beginning of the book, but not afterwards, although I know what happens because I've watched The Secret Garden like a million times when I was younger, and I really need to buy a copy now that I'm older. And then I got Black Beauty by Anna Sowell. And then The Wind in the Willows by Kenneth Grahame, so that's going to be interesting. And then the biggest one, which I expected, was Little Women by Louis May Alcott, so I'm really looking forward to this. But dear heart, we all have our little weakness, and find it easy to pardon such and the young, who satisfy our eyes with their comeliness, and keep our hearts merry with their artless vanities. I remember reading Little Women when I was younger, though I can't remember, again, finishing it. It's been so long, but I did remember watching the movie all the time, which is why I picked up a copy of the book. And I still have that copy of the book around here somewhere, and I'm not going to get rid of it. Even though it was like a large print version, but I was just happy to have the book back then, like you guys know. I'm not a large print person, but I'll keep it. But those are all the books that I have. You guys let me know. I've been buying some more classics as of this haul, so you guys let me know which classic you think I should get to first that I haven't already read. Which classics have you guys read that you guys would recommend that I get or look into getting, and books have you guys been buying lately? What's a box set that you've given up or have been looking at that you want to give into lately? Let me know down below, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.